don't want nobody, so keep your heart when I want it.
First and foremost, free the whole world, boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. Today, we will be breaking down the brand new song off of the already classic To Tanesha album, and the name of the song is Cast Iron Heart, featuring Jada Kingdom. And Gaza Nation already knows how Caspian feels about Jada Kingdom. For a long time I have rated this woman, and now she has had her chance to shine with the king of dancehall. So I want to big up Jada, more blessings in her career. This is a wonderful look. So without further ado, Mrs. Kingdom, please begin.
Hey, listen, man, I'm on, my door's 21. No one said could don't get my name of freedom. You call my goal, good thing that I am on. I'll convince yourself, say I'm not pull my bond.
My dream woman, Miss Kingdom, begins the first verse by saying to Kartel, she says, "Listen to me. I am only 21 years old. I am not ready to settle down, and I have to understand and appreciate that. But when you are ready to settle down, just please run into my arms. I do love Jada." And then she says that she just wants her freedom. She wants to be able to pursue her career. She is not ready to be tied down. And then she says that all the good things that is coming to her, she wants to experience that for herself and by herself. And then she says that if you're going to propose to me, give me a diamond. That's not going to help you in this situation. And then because you proposed and professed your love to me, you think that's good enough. And because I said no, meaning Jada saying no to Kartel, she's saying now you're convincing yourself that she is as cold as the North Pole. But she is actually not. She is just not interested in having a husband at this moment, sadly.
So you tell me anything we need, you walk or give me that right. But that don't really mean I can do what you feel like. I'm not in my life, I'm not interested for try, cause your feelings are more than mine.
The naturally heavy Miss Kingdom, and I mean that in the best way possible, she says, true. She's saying to Kartel, he is, what we like to say, he is running game. So she says, yes, you are saying that you're going to buy me whatever my heart desires. You are going to take very good care of me monetarily. But that doesn't mean that you can run around and do whatever you like, cheat with other women, and think that I'm going to stay faithful just because you are putting me up in a mansion and buying me the best clothes and houses. She says that she cannot tell a lie. She is just not interested to try a relationship with him at the moment because his feelings are no more than hers. So it doesn't matter what Kartel is feeling. If Kartel wants her and he wants to do anything in the world to get her, that doesn't mean that is going to make her interested. So this is quite a powerful song because this does happen a lot in real life between man and woman.
Never tell me if I love you, but it accepted. No it a way up on my chest like bench press. Say you never give me time for your dress, yes. Say you're so ungrateful.
And now we are getting our great Gaza leader's side of the story. So she is not interested in the relationship, but Kartel is already in love. So he says that you never told me to fall in love with you, but it is accepted. I have to accept that it happened. I cannot help my feelings for you. And then because she is not in love back with Kartel, it is weighing upon his chest like a bench press. That is just a purely genius metaphor for what he is feeling at the moment. And then he says, you've never given me time to address. You haven't given me time to address my feelings. You never allowed us to even try to see if this would work. And then he says, you are so ungrateful. So now he is putting the blame on her. He's saying, you're very cold. We had something going. We were fooling around. We were doing all these things together. I wanted to take it the next step further. I wanted to be in a relationship and be in love, and then you rejected me. You never gave the love time to blossom. So this song is just quite masterful in the aspects of relationships, the back and forth, the yin and yang. I could talk all night about how powerful these lyrics are.
I would have given you love. I would have let for you now. Why you want to sit me down? In your tears, me you drown.
One dawn then lets Jada know what could have happened if she allowed the relationship to continue further. He says, I would have given you love, and he's saying it, singing right from his heart. And then he says, he would die for you right now if you would just give him a chance. He is that serious about wanting her back. And then he says, why do you want to see me down? Why do you want to see me hurt like this? Because it is a very tough thing when a man gets heartbroken. They do not know how to handle it. So he says, why do you want to see me like this? No one should see me this vulnerable. And then he says, in your tears, I will drown. He is going to drown in her tears. There is no way for me to explain this emotion. If you have ever been in love before and then your heart was broken, you would know exactly what he means. You just feel like this woman has turned on you and she is just completely cold and she is unresponsive, and you are trying your best to get back with her and make everything right, and it is not working, and that is the worst feeling in the world. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious chorus.
No, you never asked for it. No, you never tell me to love you. See you for the last time. You got a heart made of cast iron. Do you kill cute little puppies in your pastime? You're so cold, you make tears dry. See you for the last time. You got a heart made of cast iron.
This chorus might be the greatest chorus the world has ever known. Kartel begins by saying, I know that you never asked for this, talking to Jada. I know you never told me to love you. So he's saying that he couldn't help it. It wasn't something that he planned. She just was the perfect woman for him, and she made him fall in love with her. And then because she wasn't responsive to his love, he says, I will see you for the last time. I am going to have to cut you off completely in order to preserve my sanity, my heart. I have to protect myself. I cannot see you anymore because every time I see you, the love comes right back, and my entire mentals, my entire mindset changes. And then he says, you have a heart made of cast iron. He is saying she is just the coldest woman ever. To break his heart, to just take the love that he has and say it means nothing to her. That is colder than Antarctica, to be honest. And then he says the greatest line of all time. It has been quoted since the album came out. He says, do you kill cute little puppies in your pastime? Just think of that. That is how cold he feels that Jada is to him now. That she is just running around killing little innocent puppies, innocent animals. That's how cold, how mean, how callous this woman is, because she wouldn't accept Kartel's love. And then he says that you are so cold that you make tears dry. He cannot even cry anymore. That's how cold she is. When you step out in the cold, tears, they dry right up, and it looks like you were never crying in the first place. And then he repeats it that he has to see her for the last time. She has a heart made of cast iron. It is glorious. It is magnificent. It is genius at the highest level. There is no words to describe how wonderfully put this chorus is. I'm just amazed every time I hear it. I also want to big up Jada Kingdom because on top of being the love of my life, Jada Kingdom is very humble, and she is very excited to have to be on a Kartel album, to have a feature with Kartel. She is very humble about it. She is celebrating every day, and that shows me what type of person she is. She knows that Kartel is the greatest musician of all time, and just to be on a song with him means that you are doing something right in life. The beat is amazing. This concept of the song is amazing. The lyrics are amazing, and of course, this was all brought to you by the GOAT.
Boy, I can't say anything you want, me coulda care one time. Not gonna make you rub me out and left me dry. You know, fuck yourself in my life. Tell you leave me alone, and it's like I take your life.
This angel sent from heaven, Jada Kingdom, begins the second and final verse by saying, she is fed up now. Her heart has been played with, and now she is telling her side of the story. And she says, boy, you can say anything you want. I don't care anymore. I've shut off my feelings for you. And then she says, you are not going to rope my heart up again. You are not going to make me fall in love and have feelings for you again, and then leave me dry when you mess up again and run around and cheat with another woman. So she is venting. She is letting her side of the story be known, and she then says, you nuff yourself up into my life. So you came into my life. You're the one who. I was already fine by myself, and then you intruded in my life and made me fall in love, and then you left me alone. You went on the road, you went on tour, you ruined everything, and it's like you took your own lie, and now you're believing your own stuff in your head, thinking that you are a great man, and I broke your heart, and I was this cold woman, but in actuality, you messed up along the way and made Jada feel the way she is feeling now.
I never asked for this. Try to kill off it, not one with it. Right now, we in my prime, you see. Plus, my no space for promises, so no make my talk.
The prettiest woman in the entire universe, Miss Kingdom, then says that she never asked for this. She never asked for any of this. He was the one who seduced her and got her into this mess in the first place. And then she says, so take your loving and get it out of my sight. Just go take that loving and give it to some other woman because she's not having it. And then she says, right now, she is in her prime. She is a burgeoning star, and she is 21, and she is the prettiest woman on earth, and she is in her prime, especially after this Kartel feature. So she doesn't have any space for promises. She doesn't have any space for broken promises. She doesn't have time to deal with any of that. She has too much going on in her life for her heart to be played with and broken. So that has to be understood in her situation, but that does make her sound extremely cold-hearted.
Cause when you leaving, it was expected. Me no want send me lunch nor breakfast. Never know them pain at the exist. More worse than the dentist.
The boss of all bosses then tells Jada that when she says that she is leaving, it was expected. He knew that she was finished her heart was turned off, and then he says he didn't want to see his lunch or breakfast, and that line just hit me because when my heart was broken when I was in love many years ago, and my heart was shattered into pieces, I wasn't eating, I wasn't bathing, showering, I was just sitting in my house moping and with a sad face on, thinking about this woman for at least a month until I finally recovered and came to my senses. So that line just hit me right in the heart. And then he says he never knew that pain existed, and that is just so true. I don't know how it feels for women, but men, if you've ever felt the feeling of being heartbroken by a cold-hearted woman that kills puppies in a pastime, you never knew that type of pain existed. It hurts worse than anything you've ever felt before. And then he says, even worse than the dentist? And no one likes to go to the dentist. As soon as you have to go to the dentist, you say, no thank you. That is a scary place. So even worse than going to the dentist, that's how much she hurt Kartel. And with that last line, we have reached the end of a Jada Kingdom and Vybz Kartel masterpiece. As always, thank you, Gaza Nation, for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am very excited because of Gaza Nation. We have reached 10,000 subscribers. It is a miracle. I am truly blessed to have you as supporters. I have nothing but respect for you. You are truly my family. I will not take up any more of your time, so please remember to go buy the To Tanesha album. It is the greatest album ever. And until we meet again, it is Gaza me say forever.
I would have given you love, I would have let for you now. Why you want to see me down? In all your tears, me you drown.